You know you see it. You know you see us. It's like many, oh, how many? You know you see us. You
Hello,
know you see us. Sorry about that.
hello everyone.
Hi
Hello.
everyone.
I am Tamika. I am the director of Glamorous All Star Cheer and Dance, along with my co-director Tina.
Hi. Do we do a lot? We wear a lot of hats. We wear a
Yeah,
lot of hats, and today we wore a lot of hats.
yeah.
So how is everybody doing? We're super tired. It's been a what Danny say, and a momentous, wonderful, eventful day for us. What time is it?
So,
It's
anywho,
2:56. But
we're gonna
hey,
talk
what's up?
about we're gonna talk today a little bit about our parent meeting we had today.
Yes.
It actually went pretty well. Um, we gave out a lot of information. We had a lot of parents that came out. New parents. I'm so excited for the new
Yes.
parents.
They took that first
Um,
step to joining the Glamorous
yes,
family,
yes,
so
yes.
that's
Nobody
huge.
hesitated to register their kids. Nobody was iffy about the information when it came to talking about costs.
Right.
Um,
Because we
so
try to be affordable, but we also make a way that people can participate and be able to fund such an expensive sport. Because we all know that you give your arm, leg, and left toe on your right foot for cheer, but it's so worth it because what you pour in your kids is what you get out of it. But we want to make sure that our program is affordable and that we can help with costs.
right, right. So
I got a question.
what?
You ready for it? So today, I want to talk about. We already talked about the parent meeting, but we're gonna get into it a little bit further
Yeah.
later. But I want to know what were your highlights for season one? Because do you know that we're literally getting ready to get ready for our final
Yeah.
competition? We're gonna have our banquet on May 17th. Everybody's welcome. Please come.
Yes, come out, come out, come out. But bring $20.
$20 and $10 for the children.
Yep.
hmm But let's talk about what was the most memorable moment for you for season one,
I would say
good
that
and bad. Yep, I knew I stumped you. Yep.
good. It's gonna be it's gonna be the worlds. Um, the worlds was that was like
Shocking.
yes, that was an amazing, amazing, amazing experience. Like y'all just wouldn't understand. To get there, to be called to the back, to come and be interviewed, like that just was a highlight of the season for me. Um, Two things that I can talk about that was like
Challenging.
challenging was the fact that that girl ain't had no doggone shoes.
Mm,
Um,
that part. And she wore them. Yeah.
and
She wore
Tina
mine.
Tina put the girl on her doggone
I
shoes.
literally take off my shoes to give to other people. You know how you people say that person they'll get their shoes off their feet, or they'll give their shirt off their back. We literally do that
Yeah,
for our group. So
but that that was
the doggone shoes.
that was the shoes, and then another challenging part was the other challenging part was constantly changing the routines,
Right.
like making adjustments because you had um, some kids that you had some kids that parent call you like, hey, such and
Mm,
such was bad in school, she ain't gonna go to competition. What I gotta do with me?
right.
Like I wasn't bad in school. Like why are you penalizing me for the fact that she can't go to competition, and then you giving me this stuff maybe like 2-3 weeks before competition?
Sometimes it's days.
Yeah, and it affects the team because it affects the performance of some of the other girls. So I would say the most challenging part this year again, it would be the 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 change making, like the constantly making adjustments. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But my most exciting moment was the Worlds. It was definitely the Worlds. Prep and Rec Grand Nationals, I liked it, but I think it's some things
Mm,
that they probably can go back and like can fix some things.
right.
But I won't put that out on here. If they
Because
had
it
a
was a great
suggestion, but it was a
experience.
great
It
experience
was.
also.
It was.
But if they had a suggestion box, I would let's go and tell them some of the things that I seen that could be corrected.
Right. I agree with you. I'm piggyback on the changes because it's super important that again we use the same phrases because we
Yeah.
like those phrases,
Yeah.
but excuse me, it's super important that parents understand that cheer when a child is either not doing well in school or misbehaving, please don't use cheer as your punishment
Hmm.
because there are a lot more kids on the team than just your child. And
Right.
when you penalize, you think in your mind that you're penalizing your child, you penalize us and the whole team.
Team. Yeah.
These girls work really hard for their routines and we practice and practice and then when we have to in a split second change,
Hmm.
that disrupts that process.
Right.
We're working. I know you've heard us say it before, but we're working to build a village.
Hmm.
So it's one of those moments where if you are struggling or your child is challenged in some way, we ask that you just include us in it because we will go to the school. We'll talk to the counselors. We'll talk to the teachers. We will have an education contract with your child. We will voluntarily support via tutoring.
Hmm.
We have a lot of resources available to us, and if we don't have resources available to us, thank you, Kim. Kim is working to make sure that we get those resources available to us. So
Yes.
there is no, it's not a one all end all. They're not doing well in school. I'm taking them out of cheer.
Hmm.
Please don't do that. Because again, it's not punishing your child. It's
Yeah.
punishing the rest of the kids. And the rest of the kids, they are doing well in school. They are doing well in practice. That's that one slip of hope that some of our kids have. And when you pull your child, that takes that away from them. So we
Right.
just would ask that you not do that and just enlist your village to help support. We actually had, again, actually, we had a child, a couple of kids that were having issues with school this year. And we had an educational contract with a couple of them. We
Hmm.
offered to go sit and have a conversation with the counselors. We helped to facilitate or negotiate or maneuver the education system with a couple of parents telling them how to communicate via email to that teacher to ask for
Hmm.
certain resources. And I can truly say that the majority of those kids that were struggling ended up bringing their grades up and still were able to maintain cheer and able to go and compete
Right.
and again maintain that leadership stance. So I just wanted to piggyback off of that. The removal of kids is not, my back is itching, I'm sorry, is not just a
Yeah.
hindrance or a punishment for that child. It punishes everybody and
Yeah.
everybody don't deserve that. So
Yeah.
for me, I can say the most proud moments or the best moments for me all contain Deep South,
Oh.
right? Because our participation in Deep South allowed us to get a full paid bid to the world. So it
Yes.
was like our Miss Ruby is back there saying hello.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
here.
Hey Miss Ruby.
Yeah.
Uh so it allowed us to have a full paid bid to the
Plus,
world.
they had, and out of all the competitions, no, they
Hands
had
down,
the
best
best
production.
production.
Best production.
Best production, like,
Period.
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 Deep South had the best
Did.
production.
Did.
Best.
And were the most open in getting I say online or virtual was the
Mhm.
most open in communicating with us because again this was our first time, our first season.
What's the
um
name was good too.
who
All
won?
star. All star cheerleading
Spirit
championship.
was too.
No. All star cheerleading
All out.
championship. List, but the best production was Deep South. But
Deep South
communication wise, the with the most communication that
was
you could
all
pick up
star.
the phone and call, no, it will be All Out Cheer.
All out. Yep.
Kim.
Yep.
Kim, she
Yep.
is, when I say top of the line amazing, she's amazing. But I won't stop. I'll let you go ahead and talk about
Okay,
Deep
but
South.
that's true. That's true. We've had a couple of productions that were really outstanding, but Deep South stood out to me because the production was so great. We learned a lot from
Deep
Deep South.
South.
I think the most challenging thing for me was Deep South as well
Mm-hmm.
because having being not being able to, we went to New Orleans and not being able to make um, not be able to have that open communication with them on site
Mm-hmm.
was a challenge. But I can say that challenge also made us very aware that as a new cheer company, we're not going to come in off the bat and take first place and
Mm-hmm.
we got first place in our category, but what you're not going to do is you're not going to win the overall. You have to earn your stripes. I think it gave me the realization and made me come back to a place of understanding, because it was a moment where I was ticked off. I think that was the most ticked off I've ever been at a competition. But it also taught me that we do have to earn our stripes. And it is really fair to give someone who has been there multiple times and done well multiple, we still lose the signs. How was that tape? But to give organizations that have been there multiple times the overall championship banner, the win. It
But
made
some of
sense
them,
to
some of
us.
them, but no, some of them really work hard for
Right.
this.
But it made sense. It too made sense though. It made sense. But it gave us, I think, for me, it gave us a different view about how we go about accepting criticism and critique from the different productions. Rather than getting upset and having a moment, in those moments you ticked off, but you really do need to take the time to look at the feedback that they're giving you, because even if it's kind of you don't agree with it, it's still some way that you can improve and you can take as a lesson, a moment. It's a teaching moment. You can take that teaching moment and apply it, and you still get better. Even if it's a competition where you're like, oh no, I know we all have had those competitions where we're like, oh no, I don't know how we placed that. We should have got first place. We did this, and how did these people get that?
Right.
You got to get past that. You got to get past that. You got to be able to say, this is what we got.
This is what they said.
This is what they said.
Let's go back and correct it.
Let's correct it. But we're going to celebrate.
Oh yeah, we're going to celebrate. Second
No matter
place,
what.
celebration. Third, celebration. Fourth, celebration. Fifth, celebration. So we're gonna celebrate. Either way I go, we're gonna celebrate our athletes, because at the end of the day, they're going out there, they're giving it at all. It can be some mishaps in the routine. I'm quite sure everybody have them.
Yeah.
But again, you still should celebrate every win.
Every win.
Every win.
Every win. We are in competition when we're on the mat, but I think most of all we're in competition with the last score that we got.
Yeah.
We're trying to improve. We want to be able to see that progress as the season progresses, as we progress through the season. And I can truly say that we did end up outscoring ourselves through the entire season.
We did, especially when we went to the one.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Yeah, I took the pearls. I have 11 pearls. I only performed with what, 9 of them.
If that was it 9.
I think I performed with 9 of them.
Okay.
I think I performed with 9 of them. But anyway, I had it's a group of 11 of them. I'm thinking I performed with 9. If it wasn't 9, it was 8.
And then we only had 4 hip hop.
And I only had 4 hip hop. Everything, all my numbers was like reduced, because again, some parents was like, hey, we can't attend that one. But nevertheless, we went anyway.
Yep.
We performed with my pearls.
Right.
It was like 9 of them. I'm going to say 9. But I scored higher with those 9 athletes than I do with all of them on the mat.
Yep.
So again, I just feel like each competition, I'm not going to compete against you. I'm going to compete against myself.
Right.
I'm going to make myself better each time, because it's a goal that I'm trying to get to.
Right.
We're in season 1. We're moving over to season 2. So we're trying to take our program to the next level. We want to be some of those top guns. We want to be some of those teams that we seen when we went to the Worlds. Like, some of them teams was really, 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 really good.
Right.
And that's where I see myself being.
And I'm going to ask, if you're a program, because I've seen it happen on Facebook as of lately, where they say, we can have friendly competition. If you are in full thrust competition with Glamorous, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Because we're not in competition with you. Yeah. We already know we're the show. And not being boastful and not trying to be bold, but we already know we're the show. And our goal is just to do better than what we did with the last competition. Season 2 is to do better to season 2 than we did for season 1. We know that we're having friendly competition on the mat, and we're going against some really good athletes. Yeah. But if you are just overwhelmingly in competition with Glamorous, stop. We ain't thinking about you at all. And
in competition with ourselves to make ourselves better. Like, we're a 1-year program. Well, we're a 2-year program now.
Right?
Yeah, 2.
Chasing dreams. Chasing dreams, y'all.
But
Woo!
again, like when we go out, we're not trying to. We're competing against everybody's competing against each other. Like whoever we're there, we are competing against them, but we're competing against ourselves to make ourselves better.
That's it.
We want to win. Yeah, we out there to win. Don't get it wrong.
Right.
We are there to win.
But we're also there to learn.
But we all just we're there to learn. We're also there to build relationships.
Yep.
You know, we don't know. Maybe we're doing something incorrect, and you probably can show us what we're doing to show us to do it the correct way. So again,
I say stop.
We're not in competition. Okay, at this point, the signs are like, but we're not in competition with anyone. We're just here to do what we do. Take care of our
build our village, take care of our family, which is our glamorous family. And if you've heard of Glamorous and it's been affiliated with some negativity, I'm telling you now, we are not involved. Don't want to be involved. We don't have a side of the story. Don't plan to have a side of the story. We're over here doing a program that is going to impact our community, Haines City community, that's going to help our kids grow, that's going to give them a trade, that's going to help them in school, that's helping them socially. That's what we're about. We really are. So if you've heard somebody, no, we're here to tell you that it's not happening.
I care less about the hearsay.
And I think it's the last time we'll talk about it, but I'm over it.
Yeah.
And it's old. It's getting old. Y'all see my tattoo? Ooh. Yeah. But it hurt too, but I made it through.
I see.
But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because someone brought a rumor to me this last week, and
we can't never do a podcast without somebody wanting to actually look. I know he sees us.
As the door squeak, we might want to put some WD or what is it, WD-40? But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because I don't want to beat around the bush. One thing that you're gonna know, you're gonna be able to say about Tina and Mika is that we're gonna come at you straightforward, just as straight as we can be. Straight, I'm like an arrow. I'm straight ahead. If there's something issue that I have or that we have, we're gonna bring it to you. If you're not gonna have to hear about it. There are no passive aggressive Facebook. We ain't thinking about y'all at all. And that's that to me when I say we ain't thinking about y'all, we talking about the negativity. We ain't thinking about y'all. But if you positive and you want to network with us, and we just had a Sister Jim come up here.
Yes, from New England. No, they came. No,
Friday.
They came Thursday.
They came Thursday.
They found me on. That's why it's good to network and reach out to people. We connected on Instagram. Unique cheer and dance.
Yeah. They came, they performed.
Actually, their name remind me of Unique.
Was our other Sister Jim. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Sister Jim.
Yeah, but they came in, they came way from New England. They're actually competing at Summit. They competed yesterday and today. Yeah. So they competed today.
Yeah.
At Summit. So yeah, they came in, they met us, they were so excited, the kids were so excited, we were so excited. For somebody from a whole nother country to want to come here to meet us, to meet our kids, to see how we perform, see how we practice. They gave us some tips on what they do.
Gave us some tips on what we're doing. They were willing to give us the honest critique. Again, you got to be willing to have that feedback. They were willing to give us, and they performed right here on our mats.
Got me want to do contemporary.
Goosebumps. Yeah, they were good.
Man,
they were really good.
So
I think they won first place in the world, right? No, silver.
No,
they won silver at the world in that category. Yeah.
But they got me wanting to do contemporary. Yeah. I want to add that.
See, you never know. You never know. You can't approach anything from a negative front. What I've noticed is we've been working really, really hard to remain positive this season, and so many doggone doors have been opening for us. That it's coming left and right, but at the same time it's coming left and right, it's not a smooth ride. It has not been a smooth ride, but through faith we've continued to move on.
Yes.
And we know that if we come at it with a good heart, that we're going to continue to have these things happen. And we've gotten so many. It's not a matter of you giving me this, but we've had so many doors open for
So many.
us,
So many.
and been able to maneuver so many different situations that if we were closed minded and we were negative and we got caught up in
Foolishness.
we wouldn't have ever had an opportunity to do it, and it's still coming.
Yeah.
It's still coming. Like today, we had our parent meeting, informational meeting.
Y'all.
Everybody came in with
An open mind.
open mind.
Open mind. It was no, oh, I don't know if I could do this, or it was like, it just was. We gave them the information. Everybody understood what was, what was being said. Nobody hesitated with taking care of registration fees. Some of them was ready to pay their commitment fee today.
Right.
So
and then we
so
had
many new faces.
We had additional resource. Right?
Yes, Miss Ebony.
I'll be right back because I'm gonna go
Miss
get her
Ebony.
flyer.
She was amazing. She came in and gave the parents some information on health wise. Yes.
On Allegiant.
Yes.
So
yes.
we met her at one of the
event in Haines City that Whitney Sims put on.
Right. So we met her there, and she was talking to us about a supplemental health. Yeah, no, is it on here? Nah, but you can actually go into the website. Nope.
It's Miss Ebony. They're from Lake Hamilton.
Her daughter too. I didn't catch her daughter.
I didn't catch her name.
But she came in today because again, if we're expecting the community to support us, we need to be able to support the community. We know that as brown women, we don't always get or have the ability to be able to afford healthcare in a preventative way, right? So Miss Ebony came, she and her daughter came, and they introduced our parents at our parent information meeting to Allegiant. Now, what this is a supplemental healthcare. Healthcare is going to be changing. She did give us a heads up. It's going to be changing later this year. But this program allows you to be able to have primary care physician or appointments and be seen on a regular cadence when you need for a low price. I think she said one was $49 for your college students,
one was $49,
$59, and then $99 on different programs that you have. They give like skinny shots, they give vitamin shots.
I want
talk about vitamin, I know, right? Vitamin D shot. But they also, and it doesn't impact the medication that you're currently on. They advocate for you. It was just really, really a really good resource. So if you come into Glamorous to find out about our program, we welcome anybody who's interested to just come and view one of our practice so you can see what you're getting into, and then we'll discuss pricing and all that stuff with you. But before you leave, you will get one of these cards.
Yep.
Because again, we're giving back to the community and we're building our village, and we have to take care of ourselves in order to be able to take care of our kids. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her because she did come.
She was amazing.
Yeah, and then Kim Willis came.
Kim Willis, I love Kim.
Yes. She does good. We're working with her. She has expectations as a sponsor for us. She has expectations from us or for us. That's huge in my book because there's accountability. If you're going to be helping or I'm helping you, then this is what I expect. We want to give back. So we're working with her to build those connections. But she's teaching us a lot about bringing up subjects that we may not have thought about in the past. But now it's to the front of our mind, making sure that we're moving correctly and we're maintaining a positive stance within the community. So I appreciate her 100%. And then you got Abercrombie law offices. So if you ever get in a wreck and you need some help, please go to the website because they are sponsoring us as well, and just helping us to be able to maneuver the small business world to be able to get to a position where we're going to be able to say we Top Gun. You ain't heard about Glamorous? Glamorous Part 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, that's what we're working on. We call it.
We trying to get there. We're gonna make it.
We are. When you hear about us, I hope that you hear nothing but positivity about our program because that's the energy that we're putting out. And the parents that we receive in, I think the people who showed up today, they're gonna match that energy. They're gonna match that energy. So let's see. So I just want to kind of talk about some of the wins that we had this season. I think the expectations that we had, Mika said it before that our goal was just to go to the ones.
Just the ones. My goal coming in was just the ones. I even wrote it on paper. I wrote it on paper that because I always write my goals for the year.
That's
what
good.
I want.
I need to do that.
I do. I write them down.
You got to bring it into existence. Yeah.
And I just kept saying that that's why I wanted to go. I just really want to get to the ones, my season 1. and we got there. We got multiple bids there.
We did.
Um,
Y'all, this wall
I asked
that's
for
in front of
paid
us.
bids, but the crazy part, I asked for paid bids, but the paid bid was not to the ones. The paid bids was somewhere else. So, yeah, just looking around today.
18 flags in the
That's
19.
that's only because everything is still not up.
Right. 19 flags that we could. I don't even know how we're going to keep
We
putting
got
stuff on the wall because we ain't going to have no room.
we
But
gotta
that's
go
so
up.
good. I'm in awe. Behind us is our winners table. We got our trophies that we won.
Yeah. That was
we,
at Spirit.
Yeah,
Spirit.
And then when we went to was it Virginia was the one we won this trophy.
No,
Right?
that was
Was
next
this one?
level.
Next level.
That
We
was
won the Spirit Award. This was
yeah.
like all that in a bag of chips for us. You see how
That
pretty
was at
it
their
is.
nationals.
This is so
We
great.
all won first place there.
Yeah.
Everybody got rings.
And then they haven't seen our championship rings. Who's behind you? Get it, girl.
This is how our next level
ring looks.
ring looks.
We so proud. Our kids are amazing.
This was a nice one.
Yeah.
My favorite was Deep South though.
Yeah. I'm telling you, these South came through.
Deep South was.
Look at that. That's a knuckle ring.
Deep South.
I
that was my favorite
one.
Then we got
VIP, right?
And then we got the one for prep and rec. The prep and rec one.
Right. We actually won for the VIP. We won 2 sets of rings, right? Because the gyms won. Was it the gyms? Was it VIP?
No, that was
next level. So next level, the gyms, which is our tinies,
babies. Yeah.
They won a ring, and then hip hop won a ring. And then
our youth, our novice won a ring.
Wait a minute, yeah, because did you show the little ring? It's a cute ring. I've actually been wearing it on my finger.
She wear it. I don't.
Yeah, so I gotta put it on. This going in our cases.
Yeah,
but this is one of the rings that we won. But I mean, seriously, the outpouring of support, the performance of the athletes, the ability to learn. As much as we've been able to learn, I truly feel like I'm able to contribute to the team. Before, when we first started, I said I could never be called a coach, but I think I'm a different kind of coach. Yeah. But I think I earned my stripes, and I'm still learning. But you got to be willing to put in that work. But I'm just telling you, our kids, it's 18 flags in here. Just
only 18 because we still have more that's not put up.
That's crazy.
But yeah, everything in here is between first, second place. I think we had like maybe 2 third places for the season.
And we don't have all our medals on the table. I got to go fire because I'm missing Deep South medal.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But
wow,
this is
overwhelming.
Yeah, this has truly been an amazing experience for season 1. Season 2, we coming at you.
We are.
We coming at you
with fulfillment and joy. Yeah. I can say that when I turned 30, that was a moment that I looked back at my life and I thought about what had I done with my life and had I done anything that I felt fulfilled with. And I felt no. I said no. So I ended up changing my career from customer service to becoming a nurse. I can say now that this feeling, being affiliated with Glamorous and being able to be a co-director, the financial manager, whatever, all the hats that we wear, this has given me more fulfillment than it was when I became a nurse. I don't think I could have ever said that before. And to get to this point, I remember talking to this one lady when I was coaching her like mentally with her psychiatric health. I asked her what she could tell me what day, or tell me about a time that she said where she had been happy. And
she said what?
I wanted to know could she give me a memory where she had been happy.
Okay.
She told me she had never been happy in her life. She was like 89 years old.
No, she got to be happy.
No, she was very serious. Very serious. But I made a vow that I would not do that. I was going to be able to say that
I'd had a lot of happy moments.
Right. She said she'd never been happy.
I'm happy to have life.
Yeah. But she said she could not recall one day in her life where she had been happy, and that had been happy. That made me sad. But I can point out so many days in my life where I've been content and I've been happy. But I can tell you this past year is high on the list.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Let's toast to this glamorous cup. For me too, for me too. This season, like I do many things. I decorate. I do a lot. I do a lot.
Great at it.
But decorating is like it's my baby. I can't let it go. But I stepped away for a little bit to build Glamorous, and I
I'm
must
glad
say
you
that
did.
this have been this journey have been. I'm really happy that I decided to do it.
I am too.
I really am.
I am
I
too.
should have. To be honest, I should have did this a
Long
long
time
time
ago, but I
ago.
wouldn't have been able to be there,
I
and I
should have
might
did it
have
a
missed
long time
it.
ago. But everything is at God's timing. I
Yep.
do believe that. So it wasn't my time to step out and move, but I moved. I feel like this was the best decision that
That
I have made in my life, and it really is.
I'm gonna go deep with you because
It really is.
Maslow's. It's. Have you ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Mm-mm.
So Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there are like five rung or stairs
Mm-hmm.
that people. He says that people need to achieve in order to be happy, to reach that
Mm-hmm.
happiness. The top part is self actualization. That's the top rung.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought that I could say that I'm going to reach that. That was always my goal, to reach
Mm-hmm.
the point of self actualization. One of the people who they oftentimes say has reached that rung
Mm-hmm.
was Maya Angelou. Okay.
Mm. I
So
like her.
right. So she had got to a point where she was content with self. She was able to express herself, say who she
Mm-hmm.
was, be able to impact the community, the world,
Mm-hmm.
basically, with her poems and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
her lyrics, I mean, the whole nine. She had reached a point where she didn't need anybody to tell her that she was a good person. And
Right.
even after struggling and actually
Mm-hmm.
being down deep, low, homeless, and all
Uh-huh.
of that stuff. So I never thought that I would be able to say, okay, I have a my mindset right now is Maya Angelou spirited.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that way. I feel that way with Glamorous. I feel that way knowing you. Doggone it. We shouldn't even put them up there because it's
I
up there
told
with
you
some
not
tape.
to. You
Itchy
put.
who. But I feel that way about meeting you. I feel that way about meeting Danny. I feel that way about having Button in our lives. I feel that way about my kids. I feel that way even with my son, him
Mhm.
being off in a different area
Right.
doing his thing. I feel like all of those things were doors that opened to allow me to be able to come to a place in my life where I can truly say that I'm good.
That's how I feel. I think everything that I have went through, um, um, friendships, just all different things I've been through, losing my mom,
Yeah,
all that again was doors opening for a better me.
yeah.
Um, I just feel like this past year, it's like I don't know, it's just something just like
Lifted.
it came out of me like
Yeah,
I could do the impossible. I really feel like I was able to do the
I
impossible.
do too.
I didn't feel like I had to, and I said it last time, I don't feel like I had to seek validation from anyone.
Nobody.
I didn't have to try to fit in with what people wanted me to fit in with.
Nope.
I just was able to do me. Um, I just was able to do me. I just came in. I did me. Things that I wanted to do, I did them. Whatever I wanted to experience, I
Experience
experienced
it.
it.
Right.
Whatever I didn't want to do, I didn't have to do
Right.
it.
Without explanation.
Yeah, yeah, with no
No
explanation.
explanation.
If I didn't want to do something for somebody, I didn't have to do
Nope.
it, and nobody didn't have to say, "Well, why you?"
Because
Like,
I don't.
so I feel like this year have been
So
it's been a it's been a rocky rocky year,
right.
but I got through it.
A good year.
Yeah,
A
I
good
got
year.
through it. I
And I'm
got through
sorry
it.
that you had experienced the trials and tribulations that you had to go through.
A lot
Yeah.
with
Because
my niece and my
yeah.
mom, friends, family, just all type of stuff. But again, I got through it. And then losing my mom is crazy, but losing my mom, it brought a better relationship with some of my siblings.
Right.
Um,
Because y'all got to work it to fix
yeah,
it.
we
Mommy
had
not
to.
there no more to
She
do
ain't
that.
there, so
Yeah.
we
She
had,
ain't there to
what I'm saying, we
mediate.
had to
Yeah.
step up and uh, be there for each other. Some of us still, have our little ways or whatever, but again, we make it do what we do. Make it do what we do.
And the whole time even though I have to give you kudos because the whole time, even though you were going through your challenges,
Mm-hmm.
you never wavered in the support and the goal for Glamorous. And sometimes you do need something to keep your mind steady. Excuse me, and I think you mastered that with Glamorous. I mean, we all go through those moments where we just like, oh, one
Yeah,
more thing. Just, oh my
yeah,
goodness, one more thing, one more thing. But out of that, one more thing came that your logo or your saying, your
yeah.
motto, faith,
Faith,
focus,
focus,
finish.
finish.
Faith, focus, finish.
I'm so big on faith because my mom, anytime something aroused or something came up, I don't care what it was. She will always say, "You got to pray about that thing and give it to God. You got to have faith. You ain't got no type of faith. You got to be able to eat, breathe, and sleep faith." So I'm so big on faith, 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 faith.
And I'm glad that you are, but I'm also glad that you're able to recognize when there's a resource put in front of you, you're supposed to utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
Praying about it, like it's like having a boat. You sink the water, the flood waters is up high. You got a boat in front of you. Utilize the resources that you
Oh yeah,
have to patch up that hole so you can ride in that
you got to
boat.
have the resources.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
you can
right.
have the faith, but if you just gonna stand there
Yeah,
and just be in sync,
you got a
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Right. And I think sometimes that's what we get caught up in is we gonna pray about it. But if a resource is put in front of you, you gotta utilize it and you gotta come at it with positivity. That does not mean that you're not still holding on to your faith. It just means that you're aware of what's around you and you're realizing that this has been put here for you to ensure that your prayers go hand in hand with your resources. That you got to put those things together. You got to know it. But I think I know we kind of all over the place with our topic, but I
Yeah.
think this program,
We always all over the
yeah,
place. Y'all know that.
I think that this program provides some of that for the kids because I saw some of the kids in our program struggling this year, and sometimes this was all they had.
Yeah, that's true. They was looking forward to being here. They was having issues, issues outside of cheer that had nothing to do with cheer, but
This is a safe
this was
haven.
their safe haven. Like even now, like the season is winding down, and they called. I'm like, we having practice today? Like, no, I had an athlete yesterday because I ended up having to cancel practice yesterday because we had some things that we had to take care of. Um,
And that's
coming
rare.
up into
Just so you know.
the parent
Yeah.
meeting or whatever, some stuff that I actually we forgot to do or whatever. So I end up having to push practice back, and I had an athlete actually sitting outside, literally crying
Hmm.
because she wanted to practice. I was like, "Girl, are you for real?" My mom was like, "Yeah, she for real. She wanna practice." But yeah,
I can
this is.
see it because I think when I grew up, when I was
You should
growing
have
up,
seen Tatum and TJ.
but oh, they were so upset
They
too.
was very upset. They came in with their little snack packs because I don't know why they bring snacks. Why you bring snacks to practice?
Daddy.
They have bananas, granola bars, all this stuff. Like you even eat it. But anywho, they come in. I was like, hey, look, I don't have to push practice back. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm gonna just go ahead and probably cancel. And it was looking like
Yeah.
it was going
The worst thing you could say to them, to those two, is to tell them that you're gonna take cheer from. That's the worst thing that you can
ooh,
say. I don't even. That's not even a threat in my house.
yeah,
You don't take your kids. Don't take your kids' joy from them. I
yeah,
understand that things happen and stuff, but we work with our parents to make a way. But that's nothing. That's something that I could never do because they lost their love of cheer
mm-hmm.
before in another program, but they found it and they are.
They
It's
love it.
yeah,
They love it. They love it.
yeah. Like you got to have something to dream for or dream.
We've been all over the place today, you guys.
Yeah.
But again, we're gearing up for our season two. As we stated before, if you guys know anybody that want to be a part of Glamorous All Star Cheer and Dance, whether it's an athlete or if somebody want to come in and be a coach, we are accepting coaches um, and athletes.
Right.
We are located here in Haines City,
2195
South
South
30th
30th
Street.
Street.
Hey
Pain City
City.
33844 is the zip, so
Yes,
you don't
yes.
get lost. You come straight here.
Come straight here.
Let's see, our phone number is 863-282-1305.
I won't even.
I do
Yeah, it
believe.
is.
I do
I think
believe
so.
it's 863
Yeah.
282 1305. Hit us up, text message. Go to our website,
Mhm.
glamorousallstars.com. You can register. If you register today, you lock in that price of 65. If you register after the 4th or on the 4th or past the 4th, it's 125. So
Yes.
and if you're interested in coming and just you want to see what the program is about before you sign up, I do not fault you on that. You are very much welcome. If you give us a call, we'll schedule you some time that you and your baby can come up here. You just make sure this baby got on a white shirt,
White shirt, black
black
bottoms,
pants,
or
and some
all black.
lightweight shoes. Yeah, all black, and they
Mhm.
come because if they come to practice, we're gonna put them to work.
Yeah.
So they don't just stand around and look. We want them to be involved.
So again, how we do it, you're more than welcome to come in.
Very
Like she
much.
said, you call us, let us know, that you want to come in and tour the gym. You just want to see what it is that we do, um, but you can know what you're getting yourself
Yeah.
into. And we will bring you into practice. You can come and sit and watch. Of course, we'll um, be hands on with your athlete, so you can you know, see what glamorous is all about.
Yes.
We glamorous.
Glamorously
Yeah.
us. I want to thank because today we didn't even get I didn't get a chance to because I ended up next door talking to a
Oh
parent.
yeah, we have.
So we
Yeah.
want to thank Coach Courtney for coming in with us today. We want to thank Coach Kira for coming. You got our team liaison Tilly. You got our team liaison's assistant Brandy. Who am I missing? We got Kim that came in to support us as
Hmm.
a sponsor and a mentor. We had
Miss Deborah is over our
Miss Deborah, who's
fundraisers.
over our fundraiser. We had Miss Ebony, which is with and her daughter, which was the Allegiant. And my apologies because I don't remember her name, and I probably should have wrote it down. So my apologies. Who else did we have come? We had parents and kids alike come. Our kids that have already been on the team, we had some signers. They signed up again, re-registered.
Hmm.
Just know that we are so grateful and thankful, and we'll keep focused. We'll keep faith, and we will finish this.
Yes.
But we're doing this. There's a reason for it
Yes.
all,
Yes.
not just haphazardly. And again, coming in and trying to just make the kids have a better life, do better in school. We're working on trying to get us a summer program, so please keep
Yes.
your ears
Look
open for
out.
that.
We're gonna do. We're gonna offer summer sessions. But they're gonna be in the afternoon time.
Yeah,
So it'll be from like probably like 5:30 to like 8 or something like that. But yeah, we're gonna do
yeah.
some summer classes um,
We're
with the
working the
kids.
whole summer. If your child has to go on vacation, that's no problem.
Problem,
When they
yeah,
come back, we'll make sure they get what they need.
yeah.
We do have tumbling, and we have a standalone tumbling class, and we have tumbling that
And
they
she
can get.
also offer privates, you
Privates, yes, she
guys.
does. She
Yes,
does. And they're beneficial.
yes.
It's not the private where you go and you're sitting there and the person's on the phone. This is the private that they're actively working with your
Mhm,
child to improve. And I can attest that privates are like it's overwhelmingly fundamental
mhm.
base baseline establishment for your kids' skills. They have to you don't have to get privates, but they do have to work
Yes,
on themselves when they're outside of practice and while in practice. It athletes aren't built in practice; they're built outside
yep.
of practice, and it takes some work. So shout out to Sheena again. Miss Sheena's always there for us, our sister.
Royalty.
Glad you're feeling better.
Yes, she was feeling down.
Yeah, she wasn't. Yeah, but we check in on her and make sure she's doing good.
Yeah,
We're looking forward to seeing all of our athletes return. Those that want to return, please do. Those that don't, you still a part of the
you
Glamorous
still
family.
part.
When
You
we have
still
an
gonna get them
event,
emails.
yes.
Yeah.
When we have an event, we still gonna be sending you emails and sending the invite. We want to see your face in the place. Um, I love
Yeah, I
you.
love you too.
Ew.
Whistle.
Cordy.
Yeah. Anywho.
Cordy. But it has been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We're gonna get a little bit of like flavor to it and try to figure out. We want to have some guests to come in and talk with us. We want to have a certain outline on how we go through things. Right now, we're just testing the waters. If you have any ideas, hit us up. Please follow us on Facebook.
Like, share, subscribe. And if you talk crazy on our podcast, we will ban your like, share, and subscribe to Glamorously Us.
Yes.
Um, Tamika and Tina,
Instagram,
we are on Instagram, Glamorous All
Facebook.
Star Cheer and Dance. We're on Facebook, Glamorous All Star Cheer and Dance. Again, we are gearing up for season two. If you know anybody that wants to be a part of our family, please tell them to hit the link,
And
glamorousallstarcheer.com.
remind them to bring the positivity.
Yes, positivity,
We don't do
positivity.
negativity
No, we
here.
don't.
Cut that out.
But we are open, open, open. We're a family ordinate gym. So hey,
And faith based. So
faith
that
based.
part.
Yes,
So what fell off the wall was the fact that we have gyms, we have the diamonds, we have the rubies, we have the pearls,
pearls.
we have the Barbies, and this season we will be introducing a brand new
New team.
team. So excited,
Very much
excited,
so.
excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an amazing afternoon.
Amazing. Again, faith,
Focus,
focus,
finish.
finish, because you can be the show too.
Are the show. Yep.
Bye
Yeah, we love you.
bye.
Hearts, 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 hearts. We'll talk to you guys later. Have an amazing
Amazing.
afternoon. Thank you.